Assalamu alaikum, peaceful greetings. I'm not sure what's happening with my internet connection. I may just have to go outside if I get bumped off again. But so the speaker that I'm introducing today is Kamilah Crawley. She's a mindful and meditation. And I met Kamilah when I had to again make a very hard decision about a decision to find someone who could no longer support the Whole Wellness Women Conference, and it was okay. So it was July 24th. I woke up and I had to find someone, and I reached out to the mindfulness and meditation, it's and yoga studio here in Newark, and I was connected with Kamilah, and I spoke to her within 2 days, and she said yes. She said yes because we were very much in alignment with our ideas and our thoughts of what women need. So I see that there are some men coming onto my site, and most of the men, as I said before, are men that I grew up with, or who I've like I said, who I grew up with, or who know my family. So you have wives, you have sisters, you have aunts, you have nieces. Purchase them a ticket. They may not tell you that they need to rejuvenate. They may not tell you that they need to de-stress or just relax, or, want to tap into an idea or a thought that they've had. They may not tell you those things. Purchase them a ticket. Purchase them a ticket for the Whole Wellness Women virtual conference. So when I met Kamilah, it was, like I said, I had to make a hard decision, and we immediately connected. And she sent me a link to a session that she has on Sundays, and I'm not going to give you a bunch of information about that. I'm going to let her explain that to you on the day of the conference, which is Saturday. I can't believe it's Saturday coming already. So I joined her session, and I haven't been able to join since because I'm so in the work of doing the conference. It's a lot of work, and that's where my space is. But I wanted to see what she had to offer. Now, I've been doing meditation since March. Before that, I did meditation years ago, at least twice a day, every day for years. And I appreciated the enlightenment and the mood and the whole serenity that meditation gave me. And then, life happens, you marry, you have children, da 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 da. And then before I knew it, I wasn't doing it again. But I was invited to a meditation event in March. So I've been meditating every day since. And one of the things that I realized in that meditation seminar that I was invited to in March, the instructor said, if you're meditating, and I'm not going to tell you that because I want Kamilah to really break that down for you. But one of the things that I did when I went to Kamilah's Facebook group on that Sunday, she talked about a breathing technique, and she explained the breathing technique, and I practiced and I have it down. I'm not going to tell you what the breathing technique is because I'm going to let her explain that. But what I found that breathing technique did for me was it deepened my meditation experience. It truly did. That's why I'm saying to you, Saturday, I can say Saturday now, Saturday, the Whole Wellness Woman Conference is going to give women information, strategies, experiences that they can use immediately. I immediately felt a difference. It took me 2 or 3 days to really get the breathing technique down. But once I got it down, I realized I had to call her. And I told her, I said, Kamilah, wow, it really deepened my meditation practice. What do I mean by deepen? I was able to stay focused on my breathing a lot longer. And it just transformed the whole perspective that I had once I finished the meditation. At that time when I met Kamilah, which was July 24th, we were heavy in the initial stages of planning this conference. So I was really stressed. that week I was really, 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 really stressed because I had to find somebody. I had to find somebody because the agenda was already out there, and I did not want to not have a mindfulness and meditation person. Meditation will transform your life. It truly is a wonderful modality that's available to everybody. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to really change anything. It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful modality. And Kamilah is going to share with you how it can benefit you. And the other piece was the mindfulness. Like, what is mindfulness, right? You think of mindfulness, you think of focus. That was the word, focus, focus, focus. So a lot of what is going to be taught on Saturday is information that you already have, information that you already know. It may be just a different word. Like, mindfulness is being in the moment. How often do we really, really, really live and be in the moment? A lot of times we don't. We just don't. We don't be in the, we just don't. Kamilah's going to tell you how you can do that. Kamilah's going to tell you how you can do that. So I'm going to choose the next speaker, and then I'm going to come back and say something about Kamilah, my little final notes on her, and then something on the next speaker. Okay. Oh, Ameerah Shabazz, spoken word, finding your voice. Yes, yes, and yes. Powerful. Powerful. The speakers, I can't even begin to tell you the power of the speakers as we discussed, as I've told them over and over and over again. Individually, we are powerhouses. We can stand individually. Collectively, we are just phenomenal. It's just going to be a phenomenal experience. So purchase your ticket to the Whole Wellness Woman Virtual Conference. The link will be dropped in here after I'm live, if Karen is coming on live. I'm sure she'll be in. I don't know what's going on with my Facebook. Excuse me. I don't know. So we'll, if it's not going to be in as I'm talking, it will be put in after this is downloaded. So Ameerah spoken word. The conversation that I had with Ameerah was one of getting women to understand that words, putting your words that come from you onto paper, can be a healing modality, just like massaging, meditation, taking something that's going to make you feel better if you have some joint discomfort. It releases. It's a release. It can be a release, just like going to a therapist, running, jogging, spinning, dancing, whatever you choose. Begin to think of writing, putting your words onto paper as a healing modality. And that's what I wanted Sister Ameerah to discuss. And she has a phenomenal movement that she started years ago. It was a beautiful story. I hope she gets an opportunity to tell that story of how When Women Speak came about. When Women Speak. That sounds powerful, right? When Women Speak. It's amazing. I remember when I first went to a When Women Speak event. And I knew that I was going to get there and listen to poetry, right? Because When Women Speak, she's a poet. She's going to invite poets, right? But one of the things that really stood out for me was it wasn't just about women getting up and reciting poetry. It was women who got up and just told a story. They just expressed themselves. No rhyme, right? Just an expression. When Women Speak, and Sister Ameerah gives women an opportunity to tell their story. And some people tell it through the poetry, right? The rhyming and that flow, that spoken word flow, right? That's cool. I like that. That spoken word flow. And some people this one sister, she got up and she just told her story. No rhyme, no flow, just a conversation. And it was beautiful. So When Women Speak gives women a platform. And that's the conversation that Sister Ameerah and I had, is to let you understand that putting words onto paper can be a release for you. Putting words onto paper can really be a release for you. When women speak is a powerful, powerful movement. And I am just so blessed to have Sister Ameerah as part of the Whole Wellness Woman virtual conference. And like I said, I hope she gets an opportunity to tell her story of how When Women Speak started. And if she doesn't, as I said to you, we're going to be connected, because Saturday is not just about one day. It's not just about one day. It's about a continuation of relationships with women. One of the questions I asked the speakers last night when we were on our group, our Facebook group, that's why I wasn't live by myself, is what are you excited about when you hear the Whole Wellness Woman virtual conference? And everybody said it's a platform to expose women, to move into another community of women, to meet women in a different community, to connect with other women outside of their already community, right? So it's a coming together of women. It's an exposure of women who are like-minded, right? So all of the speakers said that. We are so excited to be able to connect with a new group of women. And I'm sure there's going to be some that we know, but there are also other women that we don't know that we're going to be able to connect with, because the backstage, the networking piece, to me, is one of the most powerful pieces of this entire virtual experience. And the speakers, the information that the speakers have, but the opportunity to get to meet and greet people who are also on the platform is very nice. Who's also a guest is very nice, right? So before I say anything else about my two speakers, I want to go over some of the goodies for the VIP bag, the VIP. So again, the VIP, the conference is Saturday, so you will not get your VIP stuff on Saturday. You will get it sent to you. So this is the bag. It says the Whole Wellness Woman it says the Whole Wellness Woman conference. And this bag is going to be filled with a lot of goodies. We're going to put inside. First of all, I want to give every woman, every VIP, this hand, I call it a journal, but it has no lines. You can write in, draw in, and I'm going to give you some suggestions of how you're going to use this booklet. This is going to be a very powerful tool for you. And I like the size of it because you can put it in your pocket, or you can put it in your pocketbook, or you can keep it in your car, your nightstand. So we're going to talk about how we're going to use this. Also, I mentioned that I'm going to go into I call it my vault. When I first got into essential oils, well, first I was into herbs, and then I went into essential oils. There were oils that helped me learn and just want to know more and more and more about the oils. Those are the oils that I'm going in. And some of those oils I still have, believe it or not, because the oils they last forever. Quality. That's the key, quality. And we're going to break that down a little bit in the VIP session. So you're going to get a nice little decorative bottle. If not this exact type, it will be a decorative bottle with one of my signature oils, which is geranium. Geranium is a signature oil for Natural Ground One, the company that has been called to view wellness through a different lens. We are change, balance, and flow. Natural Ground One's signature oil is geranium, and I'm going to tell you about that on Saturday. Why did I choose geranium out of all of the oils that Allah has given us to use, that has allowed man to extract that life force from the botanicals? Why did I choose geranium? I'm going to share that with you. Another product that I'm going to share is a hand lotion and a hand cleanser that I'm in the process of putting together. I have one more thing that I need to add to both of them, the lotion and the hand cleanser, and you'll get that as well. So there's going to be quite a few, and that's just the I would say the gifts, the content, the words, the teaching, the information, the experiences that you're going to get. I can't really put that into words yet. I just can't, because it's going to be a deeper dive basically in everything that I'm talking about and everything that Lori is going to be talking about. So that's what the VIP session is going to look like. And I'm going to ask a couple of more participants perhaps to join us in the VIP session. So when you come into the VIP session, know that it is a deeper dive into what is being discussed. It is an exposure of more information. And some people are not ready for a bunch of information, and that's fine. That's fine. But what I want you to do, whether you get a general all access ticket, right, or a VIP ticket, excuse me, is come in your selfish self, as I said before. Show up in your selfish self. And stay for whatever session you decide to stay in. Whatever session you go into, you've gone there because of the title, something you read interests you. So stay, because you don't know if that interest is going to be in the beginning, the middle, or the end. So stay. Like I said, the sessions are not extremely long. The longest is 45 minutes. We have 15 minutes, and we have half-hour sessions. So it's here. The conference is here just about. We're literally days away. Days away. And I am so excited to be able to say that, because the closer we get, the more excitement is just surrounding. One of our speakers, well, I'm not going to tell you that. I'll let her explain that. Because if I tell you who it is, if I say this story, you're going to know who it is. And I want her to be able to share that with you. So let's go back to our two speakers, and then we're going to be finished. So Kamilah, if I were, I'm trying to kind of like sum up my speakers in one or two few sentences. Kamilah is enlightenment for me. She is enlightenment for me, because in talking to her and in practicing that one thing, so I'm saying that one thing, so I wonder how many more things she has that she can share with us, because that one thing on that one day, that one Sunday for an hour, I was in her presence via Zoom, and she gave me a tool to use. So for me, one word would be enlightenment for me with Kamilah, because not only did she enlighten me to something that was available to me, that I had, that I could control, she deepened my meditation practice. And she's going to kick it off. She's going to start. That's our first speaker. She's going to put you in a place you may not have ever been before, because it's just that real. It's just that real. Mindfulness and meditation is just that real. And it's available to everybody, and it doesn't cost anything to have a practice. When I say a practice, I mean the actual doing of meditation and mindfulness. So Ameerah Shabazz, a few words to sum up Ameerah Shabazz. Strength and vision. Strength and vision is what is how I would sum up Ameerah. Strength and vision, because when she told me her story about when women speak. It was a vision that she just kept going, kept doing, kept doing, kept doing. And now it truly is a movement. It is a movement. You can't go many places and not mention Ameerah, Shabazz, or when women speak and they have no idea what you're talking about. You just can't do it. So I think of a strength and vision, because she had a vision. And when you look at her art, it takes you into another place that you can imagine almost being there. Her photography, her pictures, her poetry, her words are so visionary that they bring you in. They bring you in. And that's not all artists, in my opinion, personally, are able to do that. You can look at them and say, oh yeah, that's nice. But you don't always see yourself in some of the art. You can kind of almost imagine what she might have been thinking, how she was feeling, how she wants the audience to react. You know, strength and vision is how I sum up Ameerah Shabazz. And again, I'm honored. I'm honored that the speakers, they're phenomenal. There's 11 of us and we are fire. We are fire. And Saturday is going to be fire. So don't miss this opportunity. Like this time next week, it'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days after the conference. What will you be thinking? I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just kind of reeling in the ideas and the interaction, and you know, how do people like it, the comments, you know, what was the good points, you know, what were some points that we need to strengthen, you know, those kinds of things. Those are the conversations that that I'm thinking about having in my head, and with the speakers and our guests, you know. And then, you know, we have to do an after party. We have to do something afterwards, after the whole Wellness Woman, you know, because if it wasn't virtual, you know, I'd probably have something out in my yard, or maybe go out to dinner or something. So we definitely have to have a virtual something afterwards. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be called, but we're going to name it something. We're going to have something afterwards. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I'm very honored to be able to bring this platform to the community of women. And again, as I said, you know, the gentlemen that are watching, you have wives, you have daughters, you have nieces, you have girl cousins. Purchase them a ticket. Purchase a ticket for them. And I will drop the link in this news feed as the video is loaded. Thank you again for coming on. And I'm done. I'm done. If you have no questions, then you know, I will be done. But again, I'm excited, and I'm excited not only just for myself to be able to bring this platform with my team. I can't thank my team enough. But I'm excited for the women. I'm excited. I'm more excited for the women that said yes than I am for myself. Because you're in for a day like you may not have had ever. That's how powerful it is. And I'm going to make the promise again. If you take one thing that any one of the speakers recommends, or an idea or an experience or a suggestion, and you implement it in your life, you'll see a change. I promise you. So again, thank you. I'm finished. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening.